This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank is always ready to lend a hand in the communities that they serve. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more.
Back here in Hardington, where Garden Angels Central Catholic will look for the sweep tonight as they look to take down Harding Cedar Catholic in the boys game. Second of our doubleheader, Elijah Mosier alongside Lou Seifker. And thank you guys for joining us once again. We just saw Garden Angels Central Catholic, the number 3 team in D1, take down Cedar Catholic. Now it will be time for Cedar Catholic, number 4 in C2, to try their hand at Guardian Angels Central Catholic. And what can we expect from this game, Lou?
Well, I think it'd be an interesting game. I think you've got a Cedar Catholic team that's playing well against a Guardian Angels team that's kind of in a rebuilding mode. This would be a big win, I think, for Guardian Angels Central Catholic. Well, much like we said with the girls game, got to get off to a good start here, especially playing on the road against a quality opponent like the Trojans.
Both these teams suffered losses last night, looking to bounce back here today. Let's look at our key players. First, for the Blue Jays, Connor Kralik, 18 points per game, leads the team in assists and rebounds as well. What can he provide to the table?
Well, you're right. He does a little bit of everything, and I think he's got to get off to a good start here. This is, as we mentioned, a team that's trying to find themselves. Your best player has to play his best game, I think, in games like this. And again, how do things go early? Can Kralik get started, get in a rhythm early? That'll be big for the Blue Jays here this evening, rather.
And then you looked at the other hand and the ranked Cedar Catholic Trojans. It's Nolan Becker. He has 18.5 points per game, and he can do some damage on that offensive end.
Yeah, and also a good rebounder for this team. So I think that's going to be key. I think Cedar Catholic, a little bit bigger team, maybe a little bit more physical team. Can they pound the glass? Can they get those extra chance putbacks? That'll be something to look for the Trojans here in this ballgame.
Lots to look forward here on News Channel Nebraska. Don't go anywhere.
When it comes to you and your family's health,
diabetes is a health condition often treated by a primary care physician, but some special care could be needed from an endocrinologist. Let's meet one with Faith Regional. Joined now by Dr. Caitlin Brow, an endocrinologist with Faith Regional Physician Services. Our topic right now is diabetes, and that's a common term that people know, but they might not know exactly what it is. What is diabetes and what are the symptoms?
So diabetes is essentially high blood sugar, but it's high blood sugar either from a lack of insulin that's made by a gland in the body called the pancreas, or the inability of that insulin to work at other glands and organs in the body, or insulin resistance.
Now this can happen at different points in life, and that can be a different type of diabetes. What are the main different types?
Type 1 diabetes is where the pancreas doesn't make enough insulin or doesn't make any insulin at all. And so treatment of type 1 diabetes is actually insulin. And actually that can happen anytime during our lifetime. It's kind of a misnomer. We think about type 1 diabetes being more of a juvenile diagnosis, but it can happen at any time in life. So type 2 diabetes is when the body makes insulin, but that insulin has trouble working at other glands and target organs, so that's called insulin resistance. And so we actually are more apt to develop that when we are overweight. It can go along with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It can run in families more so. A third type of diabetes that we don't often think about is gestational diabetes, and this is higher blood sugar during pregnancy. Interestingly, having gestational diabetes can put you at risk for development of type 2 diabetes in the future.
What symptoms should someone be looking out for and possibly get looked at?
Some common symptoms of higher blood sugar include increased thirst or increased urination. Sometimes you can have blurry vision, or poor wound healing. Those are all symptoms of potentially having some higher blood sugar.
Well, Dr. Brow, thanks so much for sharing your knowledge.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Back here in Hardington, where we are just about getting ready for pregame ceremonies. Elijah Mocher alongside Lou Seifker. Let's look at our school spotlight brought to you by Courtesy Guardian Angels Central Catholic out of West Point, Nebraska. Population of 3,500 out of Cumin County. 42 boys, 6 more than they have girls, and they are the Blue Jays. Let's look ahead at Hardington Cedar Catholic and the Trojans out of Hardington, Nebraska. Population of 1,514 out of Cedar County and 51 boys. The Trojans look for their 8th straight victory over the Guardian Angels Central Catholic Blue Jays, and that will be coming up next here on News Channel Nebraska.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here, starting line just got announced for the visiting Blue Jays, but here we go. Let's look at that lineup there. It's Sam Haas, as well as Jesse Steffen, Connor Kralik, Bryce Bailey, Joe Schwer, and Miles Dinledge. And then switch over to Hardington Senior Catholic. The home team on the scoreboard, their starters, Alex Kane, Jamison Caddo, Nolan Becker, Ty Thaney, and Braden Riffenrath. And that's the starting lineup for the Trojans as we are about ready to go in game 2 of our doubleheader being played at Hardington Newcastle High School due to a wrestling tournament at Hardington Cedar Catholic High School. And that's kind of a fun element to things.
Yeah, it makes it interesting when you're playing your crosstown rivals gym. But I'm sure they're, again, happy that especially on a cold day like today, you don't have to drive anywhere to play the game.
It'll be Teen and Kralik taking the jump ball here to start off the game. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're underway in game 2. Jump ball won by Keene, and the Trojans will look to get on the border first. Ball cycles around with Caddo. Caddo looking out for Becker. Becker, our key player, picked off by Sam Haas. Blue Jays head the other direction, looking for their first offensive opportunity of the game. Kralik driving in, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall, and a foul will be called. And I assume it'll go on Cedar Catholic. Let's look at that replay brought to you by Madison County Bank. Shot just cannot fall, rebounded, and a foul will go on Braden Riefenrath.
That was Sam Haas from the guard spot that got that rebound. That sounds familiar. Haas from the guard spot getting the rebound. We saw that in the girls' game. Smallest guy on the floor snared that offensive board.
And that always helps the team out, too, when the small guys getting that rebound. Here comes the Blue Jays. It's Kralik with the ball. Kicks out to Haas. Haas back to Kralik. And a reset on offense. Just about a minute has passed so far to start the game. Inside to Kralik. Kralik commits the offensive foul as Braden Riefenrath draws the charge.
Riefenrath did a good job there. Got position. And it was Kralik here. You see, just kind of put his shoulder into him there. Cleared the space. And thus the offensive foul call.
So now here comes the Trojan. 6 minutes here to go here in the first quarter. Sorry for some audio difficulties there. Got them fixed there, thanks to our crew down there in the truck. Nolan Becker gets the Trojans up first with the first bucket of the game. Under 6 to be played here in the first quarter. Shot, can't get it to fall. That was Joe Schwer who put that one up. Rebounded by the Trojans, and Cedar Catholic heads the other direction. Nolan Becker thought about the jumper, kicks back out. The Blue Jays asked for a travel, didn't get it. Three-pointer from Caddo doesn't fall. And there is Alex Keene coming up with the offensive rebound. Becker in the corner inside. He was open and then just couldn't corral the ball there. And the ball's going to be stolen by Kralik. Kralik, jumper. Doesn't fall, rebounded by Taney. Here comes the Trojans the other direction. What a play there by Haas. Sam Haas made that play happen. And now you got Blue Jays all over the floor as the Trojans have the ball again. Three-pointer from Nolan Becker. And timeout will be called by Cedar Catholic. It's the 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to catch our breath.
Yeah.
But what did we really see happen on that last play there, Lou?
Well, first of all, both teams are just kind of reckless with the basketball and turning it over. And that time it was the turnover on Guardian Angels that cost them. And the Trojans end up with a three-point look. But I think the timeout now is probably good for both teams just to settle it down a little bit. They're just getting a little sloppy, getting a little bit out of control, and turning the basketball over.
So there's that shot from Nolan Becker. He has all 5 points in the ball game. 3 minutes have been played, and it's a 5-0 ball game. Relatively low scoring. Blue Jays checking the ball. Schwer will bring up the court. And one thing that you don't see normally is there's not a number on the court for the Blue Jays below 30. There's Kralik getting inside, scoring the first points of the game for the Blue Jays.
That's good half-court set there by the Blue Jays. Got a great shot by their best player.
So now Cedar Catholic will reset. Caddo inside. Ball's loose, taken away by Connor Kralik. Kralik comes away with the steal. And they'll look to penetrate this Trojan D again. Kralik top, pass to Haas. Haas inside and back out. Halfway through the first quarter now. 5-2 ball game. Haas with the ball. Kick out. And Steffen will reset this offense. No shot clock in C or D at least this year. Maybe coming in next year. And there's an inside shot from Joe Schwer. And he'll get the blocking foul. And he'll have line to shoot too.
Yeah, that was Keene went up and blocked that shot. And I think he got him a little bit there with the body there. But heck of an athletic play to get up and block that shot.
First shot from Schwer is good. And it's back down to 2.
It's actually, I think we had mentioned, or I had mentioned, that Trojans are a little bigger team. It's actually Guardian Angels has got some big guys, and I saw that free throw, Mr. Schwer, one of those fellows with some size underneath.
Both free throws from Schwer are good. It's a 1-point ball game. Trojans look to reset. Reifenrath out to Becker. Becker, long 2, hits it.
Becker getting hot early. That's a good sign for the Trojans.
Lead extended back to 3 as Kralik driving in. Comes back out past the 3-point line. Doing lots of dribbling here. Kicks to Dinslage. Looked for Kralik, tipped out of bounds there by Caddo.
You know, one thing for Guardian Angels, the Blue Jays last year, they were 4-17, lost their last 14 games of the year. Up to 4 wins already this year. You see the improvement. Coach Mendelik has got this program moving in the right direction.
And that'll be 5 seconds there on Kralik And they'll turn over the ball. That's an unforced error there.
Yep, you don't want to have too many turnovers like that. If you're the underdog in a game on the road, you've got to play well, and you can't turn it over. Now Trojans turn it over.
That's a nice steal there by Bryce Bailey. Now here comes Kralik driving in, turning around jumper, gets it to fall. He's up to 4 points.
Good looking player there. There's the turnaround jump shot. Made that one look easy.
So now here comes Caddo, passes to Reifenrath. Now Becker, back to Reifenrath, pulls for 3. Can't get it to fall. Becker tried for the offensive rebound, but it'll go down to the hands of Joe Schwer. Now inside, going up for the shot, gets it to fall is Bryce Bailey, and the Blue Jays have their first lead of the game.
I like the attack there. Get the ball down the floor. Bailey takes it right to the rim and makes a big bucket to give the Blue Jays the 1 point lead.
Cedar Catholic had the first 5 points, but the Blue Jays have responded, including another steal there by Joe Schwer. They head the other direction, and a foul is going to be called on Cedar Catholic. That'll be their 3rd team foul of the quarter, and that'll be the 2nd personal foul on Braden Reifenrath.
Yeah, Cedar Catholic struggling right now. 7 turnovers already in the first quarter. That's not a recipe for a victory. You've got to take care of the basketball, and it's allowed the Blue Jays not only get back in this game in the first quarter, but take the lead.
Inside shot doesn't fall, rebounded by Haas. 3-point attempt, rims out. Another offensive rebound, and Haas is on the floor. So are a couple of different players. Blue Jays come away with it, and Haas can't keep it in, but they're called out on the Trojans, and they can't believe it. Nolan Becker was like, I touched it. Here comes a side look here from our team in the production truck. Now will be Cedar Catholic ball on the sideline. Under 2 minutes to be played here in the first quarter. The Blue Jays lead by 1. All 7 points for the Trojans have come at the hand of Nolan Becker. Inside, Reifenrath changes it as he scores 2.
A good pass. Reifenrath all the way to the bucket.
Driving now is Kralik, and Reifenrath is going to be called for his 3rd foul. And it's just the first quarter.
Yeah, that's problematic. He's going to have to set. He may set the rest of this first half with 3 fouls. You don't want to have 4 fouls going into the locker room, so we'll see if he comes back in at all this first half.
Reifenrath will now go sit on the bench. Here's another replay brought to you by Madison County Bank. And we're going to get you right back to the action here. But that was just another replay of that foul. And now we got a personal foul on the Blue Jays. And that will go on Cody Haas.
Offensive foul gives the ball back to the Trojans.
Trojans look to get going. Becker with the ball now. Driving in, looking for somewhere to pass. And he finds Baller. Baller. Ball cycles around, 3-pointer. It's good from Jamison Caddo.
Caddo open there in that deep corner. That's good ball movement that time by the Trojans. Found Caddo for the open shot.
So here comes the Blue Jays again. Bailey with the ball. Bailey around the screen, looks for that pick and roll, couldn't get it on, go out of bounds off of Guardian Angels Central Catholic.
Well, Blue Jays with a couple of turnovers back to back. Both teams struggling right now to take care of the basketball.
Just about 30 seconds to be played here in the first quarter. Trojans lead by 4. Becker all the way to the hoop, and he'll head the line to shoot 2. He draws the foul on Bailey, and it'll be his first, team's 3rd. Here's that replay.
Now, Becker's a good athlete. You see how he gets in there, gets up. I think that's the right call. That's close. That's why I'm not an official. Those are tough calls to make.
Well, it was as the first free throw was good. It was Haas who was trying to take the charge. Foul goes on Bailey, so I wonder if they saw a push off to the side.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right about that.
So Becker up to 8 points on the game already. Gonna attempt his second free throw. That one off the back of the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Baller. Trojans still with the ball. Cato pulls out. They're gonna set up for one shot. Cycles the ball over to Taney. Taney over to Baller. Baller lets up a three. Baller hits a three.
Got to make that shot if your last name's Baller, don't you?
9-0 run for Cedar Catholic. And there goes the first foul on Becker. That'll send the Blue Jays to the line, and Bryce Bailey, he'll get a pair.
Trojans are a good perimeter shooting team, and boy, if they get in a rhythm, could be a long night for the Blue Jays. You've got to get out and contest those three-point looks.
First free throw does not fall for Bailey. Here he goes for the second. That one knocks down. 17-8 is now the score. Excuse me, 16-9. 5 seconds to be played. Ball inbounded. Under 2. Shot's going to have to be thrown up. And it will not count. As that's the end of the first quarter. The Trojans leading the Blue Jays 16-9 on News Channel Nebraska.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Back here on News Channel Nebraska for the second quarter. Elijah Mosher alongside Lou Siefer as the Cedar Catholic Trojans is number 4 in the C2 according to the NCN poll this week as they're leading the Garden Angels Central Catholic Blue Jays. Blue Jay will start without the ball to start out the second quarter. It's Connor Kralik. Kralik trying to get inside. He'll be out of bounds, and that'll turn over the ball. And Trojans will get their first look at to start the quarter.
Yeah, another turnover. I think the one thing the Trojans have been able to do is overcome their first quarter turnovers with 16 points.
Becker, spinorama, can't get the shot to fall. Rebounded by the Blue Jays. Kralik heads the other direction. Finds an open Smith. Smith can't get the deep ball to go. Rebounded by the Trojans. So now here comes the senior Alex Keene up the court for Cedar Catholic. Dishes off the backboard and it falls for Jacob Stephen.
That's a great drive-in dish. Stephen underneath the bucket all alone, and you drive, you get the dish, get the lay-in. That's excellent execution.
Inside Kralik. Doesn't fall, but they get the steal. Shot, no good from Tinslage, and Cedar Catholic heads the other direction. Cedar Catholic led by as much as 8 in the first quarter, and now hold a 9-point lead. Pass for Keene, too strong. Blue Jays take back over. Chase Smith with the ball, cycles to Haas. Haas looking inside, stolen away by Cato. Cato now up the court. Looking to pass, finds his man in Stephen. and can't find a way to put 2 more points on the board. Here's Smith. Smith, shot is short, rebounded by Haas. Haas can't get the puck back to go. Cedar Catholic looks to reset. Huge three-pointer from Jamison Caddo. That's his second 3 of the game. Timeout will be called by the Blue Jays, just a 30-second timeout. But now the Trojans lead 21-9.
I think you've seen Cedar Catholic spreading the floor a little bit better. I think spacing's good. They're starting to move the basketball and find those open shots. And as we mentioned, it's a good three-point shooting team. They've been able to overcome the turnovers. The turnovers have been their bugaboo. 9 turnovers in the first half already for Cedar Catholic, 8 for Guardian Angels. So both teams really struggling with ball security, but it's been the three-point shot that's allowed Cedar Catholic to get out and extend this lead now to 12.
4 threes for the Trojans so far in this ball game, as they're currently on a 14-1 run.
Another thing that's kind of at least humorous is Sam Haas. We saw his sister getting offensive rebounds from the guard spot. Sam Haas, 3 offensive rebounds. He's the smallest guy out there, but he's battling. He's getting it done out there for the Blue Jays.
And while Isabel Haas is a senior, her younger brother, Sam Haas, is just a freshman. So there's another foul. This one going on Jamison Caddo. So Blue Jays will reset again.
So you're saying it's the sister that's teaching the brother how to rebound?
I think it is. Doing a mighty fine job, if I say so myself. Blue Jays looking to score on offense. They're in quite the drought here.
Oh.
Nearly stolen away by Caddo. And now Kralik will have to reset this offense again. Inside off the backboard from Bryce Bailey. He gets the 2 to fall.
Now they did not stop basketball, did the Trojans?
Shots blocked as Ty Taney had a shot there. But Blue Jays are now going to head the other direction. Under 5.5 to be played in the first half. Trojans leading by 10. Kralik thought about the pull-up. Looked inside, stolen away by Keene. Keene passes to Taney. Shot no good, rebound by Keene. Keene, the putback, it's good. And he finds his first points of the ball game.
What a great play by Keene, my goodness. Great athletic ability and hustle. That was a 1-2 play. You hustle down there, you battle for that rebound and get the putback. Tremendous play by Alex Keene.
Kralik with the ball here for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays looking for some more points here. Bailey looked for Kralik and was poked away by Keene, and the ball will stay with the Blue Jays.
We just talked about Alex Keene, another hustle play, nearly came up with a steal. Really getting out there and contesting a long way from the basket, getting a hand in the passing lane, and as I said, nearly an opportunity for a steal and a run out.
Blue Jays on offense. Shore pulls up for 3, can't get it to fall. Sam Haas with nearly another offensive rebound there, but it'll go out of bounds off of Guardian Angels Central Catholic.
Well, the Blue Jays now gone pretty quiet on the offensive end. You've got to play well on the defensive end now. Can't allow Cedar Catholic to go on a run, and Cedar Catholic's shown they can make 3-pointers here in the first half.
Caddo with the ball at the top of the key. Driving in, looks inside for Keene. Keene couldn't get the shot to fall, but he'll be fouled on the floor. And so it'll be a baseline out of bounds after that foul gets called on Steffen. Halfway now through the second quarter. Trojans are leading by 12. Caddo looking for another 3, can't get it to fall. Rebound by the Blue Jays. And Guardian Angels will head the other direction. Kralik with the ball, dump off to Haas. Haas now, back to Kralik. Ball moves over to Haas on the near side. He's driving in, spins around, shot falls for Sam Haas, the freshman.
Yeah, Sam Haas, a playmaker. Future is bright here for that young man.
Don't always have to be the biggest to be making some big plays.
It's not a matter of the size, it's the size of the heart inside the body, and he's got a big one for sure, a big heart. He plays very, very hard for this team.
Alex Keene driving in, kicks out to Taney. Taney finds Reuter. All the way around to Becker. Counter again, and now there'll be an off-ball foul. That'll be called on the Blue Jays. They'll tag Joe Schwer for his first of the game and second team of the quarter.
I think the biggest thing I've noticed with Guardian Angels since I've seen them last year, just a more physical team. It's a team that battles you inside a little bit more than last year did.
Inside now, Caddo can't get the short bucket to fall. Rebounded by Smith. Smith brings the ball up the court. Under 3 minutes to be played in the first half. Smith now, right wing, around the string. Tried to put up a three, but it was blocked by Caddo. Smith resets as there's Taney looking for the steal. Runs into Haas, and he'll pick up the foul.
Taney, we've seen him on the football field, what sort of athlete he is. Nearly had an interception there. Might have got 6 points for a touchdown after that one.
And we all know that Cedar Catholic definitely needs 6 more points to add on to this lead as they're leading by 10. So here's Smith in the wing, looks inside for Dinslage. Dinslage pounding the paint off the backboard and good.
Nice play by Dinslage. I like that. Back down your opponent. Good footwork and a nice kiss off the glass. That was a pretty play.
Trojans looking to reset here on offense. It's Keene. Keene. Now it's Becker. Becker guarded by Kralik. Driving in. And Kralik is going to get called for the blocking foul. Just one of those where your foot trips the player. Not necessarily intentional, but get called for the foul.
Yeah, that happens. It's you've got to really move your feet on defense, and especially against quick players. You have to almost anticipate and slide your foot. You don't want to, once you get out of position with your feet, then you generally end up committing the foul.
And Kralik now takes a seat on the bench with 2 fouls on this game. Now here's Nolan Becker. Looks inside, back to Becker, couldn't corral the ball, but it'll go out of bounds off of Smith and Haas. And so Cedar Catholic will get the ball right back.
Trying to get the ball to Becker, but forced that one a little bit. Play really wasn't there because the Blue Jays were collapsing on defense.
Ball inbound to Caddo. Caddo now looking inside for King. King driving in on Dinslage, gets the foul, and he'll have the line to shoot 2.
Well, Alex Keene has come to play tonight. That's for sure here. He is a hustling machine. Like the way he, like his motor. You like guys like that.
Keene's first free throw just dies on the back of the rim and rolls on in.
Yeah, not the prettiest free throw, but it counts. That's all that matters.
That's very impressive to get it to die right on the rim. And the second one misses entirely. I mean,
yeah,
a couple of different free throws there.
Yeah, the first one was a little long, but as you said, it stuck there on the back of the rim and went through. And the second one was way short.
24-15 now is the lead that the Trojans hold, as that pass will be overshot, and Caddo will come away with the ball for the Trojans. Keene now up the court, wide open lane, all the way to the hoop. Can't get to fall. Offensive rebound, put back shot, no good, but gets the foul and head to the line to shoot 2.
Jacob Steffen crashing the glass there for the Trojans, gets that offensive rebound. And Keene got up there again, and just that ball did not want to go through the hoop, but Jacob Steffen does a good job to roll back there and get that offensive rebound.
Steffen's first free throw is good. Extends that lead back up to 10. It's been as big as 12 in this quarter. Second free throw good as well. 11-point ball game. Blue Jays back up the court. Smith with the ball. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line, off the backboard, no good. Gets his own rebound, put back, gets the foul call. That foul is going on Alex Keene. That'll be his second of the game, and it'll send Chase Smith to the line to shoot two.
Chase Smith got knocked a couple of times there before the foul was called. A lot of physical game inside that paint, but Smith does end up at the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And now Jared Rudor will check back in the game here for Cedar Catholic. Second free throw falls as well. 1:35 to be played, 9-point ball game. Becker with the ball for the Trojans. Arm extension's going to be called there. That'll be his second foul off of the offensive foul. A little bit of arm extension there.
Yeah, you're going to get that when you bring that arm up. Now, I think the Cedar Catholic fans thought that was a bit of a flop, but anytime you bring that arm up like that, and the defender, even whether it's real or imagined, when that defender goes backwards, you're going to get that call called on you.
Dainslage's shot doesn't fall. Rebounded there by Cedar Catholic. Gatto with the ball, kicks to Taney. Taney now to Reuter. Reuter to Steffen. Now to Taney. Good defense here from the Blue Jays. Under a minute to be played. Here's Becker inside. Shot doesn't fall. Good no call there by the officials. Long pass for Smith does not fall. And Cedar Catholic takes the ball back once more. Gatto to Reuter. Travels on that dribble, and under 40 seconds to go, there'll be another turnover.
Yeah, it's been a rough half for both of these teams. 22 combined turnovers, 11 for both teams. So not a pretty half in that respect. But Blue Jays have a chance now to climb this, back in this ball game and give yourself a bit of a momentum going into the locker room.
Trying to get themselves back into this ball game. It's a 9-point lead for the Trojans. Looking inside, pass is stolen away by Reuter. Reuter with the ball, he's double team, kicks out to Gatto. Gatto now driving into the lane, gets a shot to fall as he falls to the floor as well. He's up to 8 points, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Driving inside, and Bryce Bailey gets the shot to fall. Under 5 seconds to be played. Ball inbound to Baller. Baller half court. Off the backboard, doesn't fall. And we'll head to halftime with Cedar Catholic leading Guardian Angels Central Catholic 28-19 on News Channel Nebraska.
At Faith Regional Physician Services, our specialists come from all over the world to provide world-class care. They are drawn to Faith Regional because of the ability to live and practice in an advanced medical community coupled with the small-town values that you also value and cherish. We understand that building a relationship with your provider is important. You can feel confident when choosing a Faith Regional physician that you are choosing more than just a provider. You are choosing someone you see in your community that you can trust knows you and your family and is committed to your health and wellness. From family medicine to specialized surgical care, our team of over 125 specialists and surgeons are dedicated to providing you with exemplary care. Serving over 20 communities across Nebraska, finding a provider close to you is easy to do. Faith Regional Physician Services. Care provided by your friends, family, and neighbors is the Faith difference.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Fields, farms, communities. That's Farmers Pride. Our purpose is simple. We help farmers feed the world. We bring value to our communities by investing in what matters to people. Because we are from here, work here, and live here. We believe in cooperatives, locally owned, locally operated, and locally controlled. In the field, on your farm, in your community. That's Farmers' Pride.
At Faith Regional Rehabilitation Therapies, we are here for you every step of the way on your journey to recovery and growth. Our new location allows our team of expert physical, occupational, and speech therapists to guide you through a personalized journey to recover at the largest facility in Northeast Nebraska. Designed with your comfort and goals in mind, our facility features the most innovative equipment, a top-of-the-line pool for aquatic therapy, large private exam rooms, a full functioning living space to simulate in-home therapy, and a complete sports performance area featuring 40 yards of turf. Whether you are recovering from an injury or surgery, aiming for peak performance, or just wanting to move pain-free, our therapists are your partners in progress, providing one-to-one sessions every time. Faith Regional Rehabilitation Therapies. Personalized recovery and growth is the Faith difference.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
My son, Christopher Parado, was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioids. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed to be the one to go get his suit and tie and pick which sneakers that I'm going to bury him in. My son overdosed at the age of 22 years old.
Back here on News Channel Nebraska, it's halftime here in Hardington, where the Cedar Catholic Trojans lead the Guardian Angels Central Catholic Blue Jays 28-19. Let's look a little bit at how we got here at our halftime highlights. Starting off, Nolan Becker getting things started with the first bucket of the ball game, but that wasn't all that he could do. He lines up for a three right here, sinks it, and that was a 5-0 lead for Cedar Catholic. But the Blue Jays would respond. Here's Connor Kralik. Kralik, those are 2 of his 4 points right there as he hits the turnaround jumper. Cedar Catholic back at things now. There's a look in the corner for Jamison Caddo, who sinks the 3 to extend the lead to 4 late in the first quarter. First quarter is not done yet, though, as the Trojans aren't done yet. Mason Baller for 3. That was 3 of their 4 3-pointers in the first half. Now in the second quarter, Cedar Catholic up by 12 inside. There's Bryce Bailey for 2 of his 7 points in the first half. Now here we go, middle of the second quarter. Now here is the freshman, Sam Haas for 2. As now we're late in the first half. Inside, Caddo falling down, hits the shot, and that's where we land at this halftime break, with Cedar Catholic leading Guardian Angels Central Catholic 28-19. And Lou, what's really been the difference this game is the Trojans hitting 3-pointers.
Yep, that's exactly right. The stats are so even. If you look at both teams with 12 total rebounds, the Blue Jays have 13, make that 12 turnovers to 11. For Cedar Catholic, so a lot of that very, very similar. The difference is 4 3-pointers for Cedar Catholic to none for GACC. So it's clearly that's the difference right now in a 9-point game. 4 3-pointers. Cedar Catholic's ability to make shots from the perimeter has allowed them to have this 9-point lead going into the locker room.
So that's where we are There's still 6 minutes to be played, anybody's game, but we'll have the second half for you next on News Channel Nebraska.
When you're a small ag bank in rural Nebraska, it's easy for people to assume you're like all other banks. But then you realize it doesn't have to be this way. There is a better way, and you're willing to make the sacrifices to change the future of your bank and your customers forever.
Security Bank, honored for award-winning banking practices.
When it comes to you and your family's health, you deserve the best. At Faith Regional Physician Services, we're proud to have over 125 providers that come highly recommended by their previous patients. Don't just take our word for it, though. Trust the over 500 verified patients who left 5-star reviews in just the last year. Our team of surgeons and specialists have years of training and expertise to ensure you receive compassionate, exceptional care that exceeds your expectations every time. Whether you receive care in Norfolk or one of the over 20 other communities across Nebraska that our providers see patients, we are committed to delivering unparalleled care at a place that is convenient for you. When you choose our providers, you can feel confident that your health and wellness are their top priority. Faith Regional Physician Services. Experience the faith difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, working with farmers in growing agriculture together. And by Security Bank, my kind of bank, with locations in Laurel, Hardington, Osmond, Coleridge, and Allen.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Purchasing your next car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse Ford is easier than ever thanks to our streamlined buying process. Shop our current inventory and offers going on now and experience the convenience of buying with Woodhouse Ford today.
Working in a bank, I understand interest. I mean, farmers are putting out a lot of money to put this crop in the ground, and the quicker that we can get that money back in their pocket to shut down those interest payments, the better. The money that we've invested in our drone technology has allowed our producers to be paid more accurately, more timely when the adjusters come. A lot of the work's already done for them, so it's basically them just talking it over with the farmer, making sure everybody's on the same page and the check's in the mail.
Back here on News Channel Nebraska, getting set for the second half of action. And Lou, you actually have a little bit of backstory here on Cedar Catholic's head coach, Nick Hasselhorst.
Yeah, Coach Hazelhorst is it's ironic because we're playing in the Newcastle gym, Hardington Newcastle gym. Nick Hazelhorst was a coach for Hardington Newcastle for 11 years, had a 124-130 record, so he did a nice job with the Wildcat program. Now he takes over for Cedar Catholic, a team that was a third-place team at state last year, and a team that lost 7 seniors. So that was a really good group they lost. Doing a nice job here, 8-4 on the year, and a lead here at halftime, trying to go 9-4. So Coach Hazelhorst is taking over for a program that had a lot of success in recent years, and certainly last year, but again, doing a nice job.
And has definitely done a great job here in it, as well as their number 4 as we get the second half underway. First shot, no good, as the Blue Jays will head the other direction now, try to get something started. House with the ball top of the key as he circles to Connor Kralik, who sat out that last part of the first half with 2 fouls. Now here's Bailey. Bailey to Haas. Blue Jays only down here. They're not out of this game yet. There's a shot from Dinslage, doesn't go, but there's the freshman Sam Haas with the rebound. Kralik's 3 doesn't fall, and it's rebounded by Nolan Becker.
I do say, we're going back to Coach Hazelhorst, it's nice to have Matt Steffen on the bench with you. He was been the coach here for a long time and was the coach of last year's team. It helps to have that sort of experience there to help you kind of get acclimated.
So here comes the Trojans setting up on offense. Looking inside, they're going to call and hold here on the Blue Jays. That foul's going to go on Bailey. That'll be his second, and there's a shot of the Cedar Catholic coaches right there.
Yeah, you see Matt Steffen, just in the white shirt next to last there on the bench.
Keene with the ball, circles to Taney, and inside pass will be deflected out of bounds. Cedar Catholic will regain control. Now back in the game. He sat out the entirety of the second quarter and the last part of the first quarter with 3 fouls, but Braden Reifenrath back in the game now.
Yeah, did not play a lot in that first half. Those fouls hurt you, and there's another turnover right back at you. Back-to-back turnovers.
But that was Sam Haas coming up with that steal originally before it goes back to the hands of the Trojans. Cato will set up this offense for the Trojans. Being guarded by Bailey, circles to Alex Keene. Keene with the ball in the wing. Kick out to Taney. Back up top to Reifenrath. And Keene will pull up for a 3. That knocks down. And Cedar Catholic extends that lead to 13.
Well, Keene showed he can make shots from long range.
Shot now from Bailey doesn't fall, rebounded by Keene. All the way on the other end, Reifenrath can't get it, but Keene is there to scoop it up. It's now 33-19.
So impressed with Alex Keene. He is just playing harder than anybody else on the floor right now.
Blue Jays now. Connor Kralik. Only 4 points on the game so far. Looks inside for Dinslage, who wasn't expecting the ball. Luckily, it goes off of Cedar Catholic, and they'll retain possession.
It's going to be crucial here for Guardian Angels to limit turnovers and be efficient in their half court. And you're probably going to have to be able to knock down some perimeter shots from time to time, like this one. There you go.
Way to call it, Lou.
I called it, didn't I?
Joe Schwer knocks down that bucket.
Yeah,
Cedar Catholic heads the other direction.
That's exactly what they need, though. They've got to be able to be good on the offensive end.
Inside for Becker, out to King. Keene hits the shot again. That's 7 third-quarter points.
Yeah, the other thing you got to do is guard Alex Keene. He's off to a great start in his third quarter.
10 points overall on the game. First player in double digits for either team today. Pass looking inside for Dinslage. Foul is going to be called. Looks like they're going to get Nolan Becker for it. That'll be his third. As Sam Haas will take a seat on the bench. And they'll sub in Jesse Steffen. And down pass to Dinslage. Kralik with the ball. Pull up 3. Bang! That's the first 3 of the game for the Blue Jays.
Kralik makes that one count. You've got a couple of jumpers, one from 3 and one a mid-range jumper that have fallen. Blue Jays might have a chance to come back if they continue.
Inside pass knocked away by Dinslage. Ball still tied up. And it'll be a jump ball in favor of the Blue Jays. So Blue Jays get the ball right back, down by 11. There is Guardian Angels Central Catholic's coach, Brian Menlick, sitting there on the bench.
As I said earlier, you can see the improvement in this team. It's a work in progress, obviously, but I like their toughness right now.
Kralik kicks out to Schwer. Schwer knocks it down. That's a big bucket as the Blue Jays continue to chip at this Trojan lead.
Blue Jay offense in rhythm right now.
Inside pass to Reifenrath, and he gets his second bucket of the game, first since the first quarter. Now here comes the Blue Jays again. Kralik with the ball. Shot does not fall. Cedar Catholic the other direction, up 11. Corner three for Taney. Bang! He knocks that one down.
Yeah, you can't leave Cedar Catholic shooters open. They're too good from the perimeter, and that you don't want to play 3 for 3 with these guys.
And that was actually the first three of the game for Taney and first points overall. Put back shot, no good for the Blue Jays, as they'll retain possession with 3:30 to go in the third quarter.
Jesse Steffen did a great job getting that offensive rebound, just left that shot a little bit short.
Inbound pass now to Bailey. Bailey driving in now on Taney. Gets the shot to fall. Bryce Bailey, nice shot there.
His team.
Reifenrath heads the other direction. He'll be fouled by Schwer, and he'll have the line to shoot too.
Blue Jays offensively in much better rhythm here in the third quarter than they were in the first half.
There's an instant replay of that foul brought to you by Madison County Bank. That's now Reifenrath heads to the free throw line to shoot two. First one rings out.
That should foul on Schwer is number 4, or rather number 3. So we'll see how those fouls mount. Still 3:15 to go in the third quarter.
Second free throw. Off the front rim, rolls around and in.
That was the most adventurous 2 free throws I've ever seen. First one just hung up there and fell out. Second one decides it's going to fall in.
I mean, next to that free throw in the first quarter that we saw that hit the back of the rim and just popped in. We've had some fun with free throws today.
For sure.
Here comes Kralik driving in, gets the layup to fall, and that responds.
Yeah, Kralik all the way to the basket. Great job attacking the Cedar Catholic defense.
And Bailey nearly comes away with a steal. The ball will stay with the Trojans. Under 3 minutes to be played in the third quarter. Inbound pass to Taney. Taney just sitting on the wing. Has Wortman. Wortman now driving in. Looks on it for an inside pass, and it's knocked away. And the Guardian Angel Blue Jays take back over. Kralik sets up on offense. Blue Jays currently down 11. Pass for Bailey. He's intercepted by Taney. Taney on the breakaway layup. Can't get the fall. And Keene couldn't get the put back either. And it looks like they're going to give a timeout to the Blue Jays. So here's that look again.
Hey, all alone. Then you got Keene that came up behind him, almost got the rebound. But a missed opportunity there for the Trojans.
So there's the timeout, 30-second timeout from Guardian Angels Central Catholic. 11-point lead here from Cedar Catholic. Definitely keeps things a little bit more interesting.
I think right now, first of all, the Blue Jays just are in sync offensively. They had 19 points at halftime, 11 points in this quarter, and still 2:18 to go. They're finding shots. They're being more aggressive. They're making shots, which is good from the perimeter. And for Cedar Catholic, they've been able to answer quite a bit. Still have the 11-point lead. But I think you got to be encouraged, win or lose at this point, the way the Blue Jays are hanging around here. They're not going away. And now they've got a chance to cut this into single digits with this possession.
The Blue Jays have had a tough schedule so far, playing a lot of quad 1 and 2 teams at this point in the season. Came away with a 5-point loss to C1 O'Neill last night on the road, just trying to find another win here.
I've seen that O'Neill team. That's not a bad loss. I mean, you certainly don't want to lose ball games, but that's a good effort.
Bailey knocks it down. Excuse me, that's Schwer. Schwer has 6 points this quarter.
Schwer's found his spot over there in that along that baseline. He has knocked a couple of those home and looked very confident doing so.
Taney driving to the lane, and one gets the bucket to fall.
Well, Taney said, I missed that last lay-in. I'm not going to miss this one. Makes it count. Now a 3-point play opportunity, so right back at you by the Trojans.
Foul goes on Cody Haas, the older brother of Sam Haas. as now we have quite a few substitutions taking place with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
As you mentioned, Blue Jays, they're hanging around here, only down 11. They're within striking distance.
And one is good from Taney. Here's that replay of that drive and just makes the play happen. Meanwhile, Reifenrath knocked that ball out of bounds, so Blue Jays will have to inbound it again. 44-32 is the score. Kralik hits it to Steffen, and Steffen will bring it up the court here.
Full court pressure trying to slow this offense down.
Steffen jumper off the back of the rim, rebounded by Schwer. Schwer put back, gets fouled, and he'll head the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Schwer's played well in this third quarter. That's a big-time rebound. Now a chance at the free throw line. You cut this to 10. I think it's important to just be within that striking distance going into the fourth quarter. Give yourself that mental edge.
First free throw is no good. And here's a look at that again, and that'll be the fourth foul on Nolan Becker. He'll take a seat on the bench now, but that could be huge.
Yeah, Becker not happy with himself there. And that is big. That's if this game gets close, Nolan Becker is one of the guys that Cedar Catholic would count on in a close situation, and he's going to be watching for a while here from the bench.
Schwer goes 1 of 2 from the line. Here comes the Trojans trying to get a bucket back in to extend this lead once more. Taney looking for Steffen, back out to Keene, and Keene keeps that ball in bounds. Steffen cross court pass. Now here's Reifenrath driving in, kick out. Under a minute to be played here in the third quarter. Taney for 3. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Steffen. Steffen pulls out. We'll get this Blue Jays offense set up. And look at that play there by Mason Baller. He'll force the Blue Jay offense to reset again. Kralik has the ball stripped away by Taney. Taney breakaway. He hits the layup.
I like Taney's being under control in that full court situation. Gets the steal. Doesn't force anything, allows the defender to commit one way or the other, and took it all the way to the basket. That's a great job.
Smith now driving in. Foul will be called on Baller. That'll be his first of the game. Just 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trojans are leading by 13.
You see guys sometimes they get out of control. I thought Taney did a good job there, not to force anything. It looked like he might be thinking about passing, but you allow that defender to make up his mind what he's going to do, and then you react to him. And then he did a good job there. Just defender never really committed. He took it all the way to the basket.
Kralik inbounds the ball to Steffen. Under 10 to play. Kralik finds himself with the ball again. Gets the defender jump, and he gets his shot blocked by Cato. Here comes a shot from Baller. Off the backboard, no good. And the third quarter will end with the Trojans leading by 13, 46-33. As we get set for the fourth quarter. That's coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Storefronts, pop-up shops, food trucks, and digital retail. The way we do business is ever-changing, and so are we. Madison County Bank's business lending team is constantly evolving to support and provide new information to our business and commercial customers. We understand that your business is truly unique. We are ready to find the business banking services that fit your needs best. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
It's time for the final 8 minutes here from Hardington. Hardington Cedar Catholic is leading Garden Angels Central Catholic by 13. Make that 15 after that bucket.
Boy, Alex Keene, he has come to play tonight. You love guys that play like that. There's no, 75% with him. He's 100% the entire time when he's out there.
Alex Keene now up to 12 points on the game. Gets the and one opportunity and sinks it to make it 13 points in the game. That foul was on Miles Dinslage. That's his first. As the Blue Jays will have to hustle to try and get back into this game. Bailey with the ball, driving on Reifenrath. Pull-up jumper off the rim, rebounded by Dinslage. Dinslage put back, blocked by Keene. Trojans will take back over.
Man, he can get up there, can he?
Now it's Caddo with the ball, driving on the baseline, and he'll get the foul from Bailey. So that'll be Bailey's third foul. As we've just seen 38 seconds surpass here in the fourth quarter. So here's that block again for you. Look at King go, and there's the jump. What you just missed there was an offensive foul on Caddo. We'll see if our team can get another look at that one. But that'll be the first team foul there on Cedar Catholic to start this quarter. Here's that look again from Caddo. He got the ball and just extended that arm again for that foul. So Blue Jays set up now on offense. Steffen kicks out, shot put up off the back of the rim, rebounded by Caddo.
Ooh.
Tussle at midcourt. Blue Jays come away with the ball. Off the knee of Cody Haas, but it'll stick with Cedar Catholic. It'll stick with the Blue Jays. Here's that replay again. It all started here with Sam Haas trying to make a play at half court.
Yep.
And then it'll go right off the knee there of Haas. And so now the officials have corrected it to Cedar Catholic ball.
That's a good job by the officials to get it right. Guys got their legs tangled up there at midcourt. Kind of a scary fall. Both guys appear to be fine.
And the officials have done a really good job here today. Haven't said their name much as either. As there's Caddo who goes in and knocks down the bucket.
If you're an official, you only make half the people happy, whatever the call is. You're always, it's a tough job these guys do. They do it well.
And we haven't said their names as much, and so that's a really good job there by them. And always got to support the officials out here who are making the games happen.
Absolutely.
Third foul on Jamison Caddo. 6.5 minutes to play. As Kralik inbounds the ball, and the ball ends up on the bench of the Blue Jays, and they'll turn over the ball again.
That's 15 turnovers for Guardian Angels and 16 for Cedar Catholic. So again, neither team stellar in this one, taking care of the basketball.
The difference has been making shots, and that's what Cedar Catholic has done.
Yeah, especially from beyond the arc.
Long pass now out to Schwer. Schwer, he keeps his tremendous second half going as he knocks down another bucket.
Yeah, Schwer does a good job there to just stay under control underneath the basket. Now timeout here. It looks like Cedar Catholic's going to call a timeout.
Hasselhorst wants a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:03 to go in this one. Trojans lead 51-35.
NZN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Affordable, accessible, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping, star-studded evenings, and award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Back here on Newtown, Nebraska. Here's that bucket from Schwer again. Nice long pass, and he makes the play happen down low. So the Blue Jays still trail by 16. Elijah Mosher alongside Lou Siefker. As it'll be Hartington Cedar Catholic ball coming out of this timeout. And so after this game is over, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for our coach's post-game interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. And unless we see a big run here from the Blue Jays, I assume, Lou, you'll be talking with Coach Hasselhorst.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Barring a major comeback, anything is possible. Still 5:52, quite a bit of time left. Can the Blue Jays mount a charge here? You're gonna, again, they've been better offensively in this second half, but the Trojans continue to score with them, so they've not been able to really chip into this lead. As a matter of fact, the Trojans have pulled away a little bit here as of late.
So here we go, under 6 minutes to be played. That foul was on Alex Keene. That was his third of the game. Inside with Dinslage. Can't get the shot to fall. That'll go out of bounds off of Bailey. That'll be Trojan basketball. Also, don't go anywhere after this game is over. We'll get through all the post-game stuff, and then we'll send you out to Grand Island, where Adams Central is battling Grand Island Central Catholic. And so we can't wait to get you to that one after this game is over. So here's Taney set up. He has the ball on the wing, kicks over to Reifenrath. Reifenrath inside for Becker, and a foul's going to be called on Sam Haas. It'll be his second foul of the game. 5:15 remaining, 16-point lead for Cedar Catholic. Becker over to Baller. Baller lets up a three off the back of the rim, rebounded by Dinslage. Dinslage down. All the way through the paint. Pull up at the free throw line and knocks it down. What a shot by Miles Dinslage.
Now gets the rebound, he gets the score on the other end. 14-point game, not over yet.
Pass inside off the hands off of Alex Keene. And they'll turn over the ball again. And under 5 minutes to go, Blue Jays have the ball again. Haas will bring it up the court here for Guardian Angels Central Catholic. And that will go off the foot of Reifenrath. And so the Blue Jays will retain control of the ball. .442 to go in this one.
I think if you're the Blue Jays, you don't want to come out of your character, but find your three-point shooters.
Oh. Or do that.
Or you can do that, yeah, that works.
Connor Kralik driving in, gets the foul and the bucket.
You can get it the old-fashioned way. I'm good with that. Kralik, nice drive, draws contact, nice off the glass there, off the rim and in. That's what you need, though. You need some, not only, it's good to score, but score now with a free throw with the clock stopped. Only 11-point game now.
And not only does he get the bucket and one, which he gets, which he converts on, but that's the fourth foul on Reifenrath. And so now both Becker and Reifenrath are dealing with 4 fouls for the Trojans. Cato with the ball out to Keene. Keene driving in, and that will go off of Stefan, and it'll be Blue Jay basketball.
Well, turnovers have just been a major problem for Cedar Catholic. You're opening the door. You really had this game in your back pocket. Yeah, now the turnovers are mounting. That is 18 turnovers in this ball game. Just not what you want if you're Cedar Catholic.
Kralik brings the ball up the court, puts up a shot, goes off the backboard in the rim before it's rebounded by Cato.
That one was a little bit forced there.
Cato back out to Becker. Becker driving in, kick out to Taney. 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Both teams looking to bounce back after a loss last night. There's Reuter off the backboard and the rim, and it'll be a jump ball as both Bailey and Stefan had a shot at that one.
Yeah, Reuter had a nice step through there. Just shot the ball a little hard. Now we're going to have a timeout.
So Guardian Angels Central Catholic will take a timeout. It's a full timeout, and we'll take it with them. 3:50 to go here on News Channel Nebraska.
When you're a small ag bank in rural Nebraska, it's easy for people to assume you're like all other banks. But then you realize it doesn't have to be this way. There is a better way, and you're willing to make the sacrifices to change the future of your bank and your customers forever.
Security Bank, honored for award-winning banking practices.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, working with farmers in growing agriculture together. And by Security Bank, my kind of bank, with locations in Laurel, Hardington, Osmond, Coleridge, and Allen.
It's time to bring it down to a conclusion here in Hardington. The Hardington Cedar Catholic Trojans are leading the Blue Jays by 11. That lead has been trimmed down slowly by Guardian Angels Central Catholic. Can they continue to get into that lead and chip in a little bit more? The Trojans were once leading by as much as 18. Elijah Mosher alongside Lou Siefker. Thank you guys for joining us here today. Blue Jays with the ball. Dinslage looking for Kralik, and a foul was going to be called. Who are they in tag for it?
This is where, Elijah, this is where the Blue Jays have to make their run. You were up there, you were down 12 rather at the end of the third quarter. Cedar Catholic extended that lead. Now you're within 11. And 3:37 to go. You know, now's the time. And good free throw there to get things started. You're down to 10. A shot here. It's a 3-possession ball game.
And what's huge about that foul, it was only the second on Taney, but that was the 15th foul of the quarter on the Trojans. And now with 2 free throws from Dinslage, it's a 9-point ball game, and the Blue Jays are in the bonus from the rest of the way out.
Yeah, great free throw shooting there by Dinslage. Makes both of them easily. Now Cedar Catholic, you've got to handle the basketball. You just have struggled all afternoon, all evening, whatever. You just have not taken care of the ball. Now is the time you have to take care of the basketball if you're going to win this ball game.
Gatto to Becker. Becker has 4 fouls on the game, so he's got to be careful there. Reuter with the ball. Back to Becker. Becker guarded by the freshman and Haas. Looking inside, back up for Becker. And a foul's going to be called on Schwer. Joe Schwer's going to be tied for his 4th foul. And that'll be also the 14th foul of the quarter on the Blue Jays. Timeout's going to be called here by Cedar Catholic. And what is going to make this game even more interesting, just the 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. But this game got a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice charge there by the Blue Jays after falling down. I believe you said it was 18. They've come back, only down 9. And win or lose this ball game, this is the sort of thing you want to see when you're improving a program. You want to see guys play hard. You want to see them play with heart. And regardless of the score, you want to see them continue to play that way. And I think you've absolutely seen that tonight with the Blue Jays. Still down 9, 3:10 to go. In most cases, I would say with Cedar Catholic, you'd be very selective with your shots. But the main thing right now is just handling the basketball, which they've struggled to do. You don't want a quick shot here, though, unless it's a lay-in or something around the basket.
Okay, it looks like we have a violation and just a warning here. So Cedar Catholic will inbound the ball again. That warning went on the Blue Jays there. And so 3 minutes to go. Both these teams have 2 games next week before starting the conference tournament next Saturday. They both play in the Mid-State Conference. And so that should be more fun as the season progresses.
Always great basketball in the Mid-States. I love those conference tournaments.
There's Caddo hitting a huge shot for the Trojans, one that they really needed.
Yeah, you work it, you run some clock, and you find a quality shot. Exactly what Cedar Catholic did.
Pass to Schwer, kick out. Haas hits the 3. Sam Haas.
Good shot. Still got a chance, down 8. Got to try to turn Cedar Catholic over or force them to make shots from the free throw line.
Taney now with the ball, 2.5 minutes to go. Next foul on the Blue Jays puts the Trojans in the bonus, but there's a pick. Other way, Kralik lays it in. That was set up by a Bailey steal, and now it's a 6-point game.
Wow. Pressure all on Cedar Catholic now. Approaching 2 minutes to go, only up 6.
Taney with the ball. Driving on Kralik. Passes to Becker. Becker will be fouled on the shot. He'll have the line to shoot 2. That foul is going to be called on Sam Haas. It'll be his 3rd. Both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way out.
Yeah, Becker's fortunate that was a blocking foul. Might be done for the evening. Oh, it's about ball security and making free throws.
First free throw, no good from Becker. As now Keene and Riffenrath check back in for Cedar Catholic. 6-point ball game. Becker to extend it to 7. Gets the free throw. Still anybody's game here with 2 minutes to go. Ball inbound to Haas, who just hit a big 3 moments ago. Haas passes to Kralik. Kralik driving in, forces up a shot, gets his own rebound, and it'll be a jump ball. Hartington Cedar Catholic ball.
That's big. If the possession it goes Cedar Catholic's way. You come up empty on that possession, does Guardian Angels. So now got to try to get a steal, and if you're going to extend this game, you got to foul and foul quickly.
And there's a steal from Jesse Steffen inside to Bailey. Bailey underneath the hoop, puts up a shot, but a foul will be called before the shot. Not that it matters because it'll still send Bailey to the line to shoot 2.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to the Blue Jays for the way they've come back and the way they've been able to turn Cedar Catholic over.
First free throw nailed down by Bailey. That lead keeps on shrinking. Minute 35 to go. Second free throw good as well from Bailey. By the way, that foul was on Cato, and that's his 4th foul. Lots of foul trouble here for the Trojans.
Yeah, a lot of guys in foul trouble. This last minute, 27 seconds is going to take forever if you're a Cedar Catholic fan.
Taney gets it to Becker, back to Taney. Blue Jays will look to foul. No, there's another steal. Last one by Jesse Steffen. Haas with the ball. Haas gets it to Steffen. Just over a minute remaining. 5-point ball game. Kralik on Taney, driving through the lane. Off the backboard, can't get it to go. Rebound by Reifenrath. 1 minute to go. Cato with the ball, double team. Passes to Taney. Past half court now.
That was a great look. They got the shot they wanted, just didn't get it to go.
Becker inside, nails the shot. Extend that lead back to 7, 45 seconds. Kralik with the ball. Tried to find Bailey, but will be knocked out of bounds.
Now you've got to find threes. Just not enough time. I mean, if you can get the old-fashioned one, you'll take it. But you got to think your best shot available as quickly as possible. But I don't think at this point, Guardian Angels can come back and win this thing if you're not making a three-pointer.
Kralik driving through the lane. Forces up a shot, rebound by Keene to Cato. Hostile play, physical defense. Pass now to Taney, under 30 to play. Blue Jays need to foul. They don't foul. They get another big steal. This one from Steffen. And it's blocked by Keene, but they're going to call it goaltending. That bucket will count.
Well, Cedar Catholic just struggling to put this game away. Now it's a 5-point game, still 20 seconds to go. We got to get the ball in here, and then you just got to take care of it. You can't throw it away.
Ball inbounded. Now it finds its way to Taney. Taney, open bucket. He hits it, and that will be the dagger under 10 seconds to go. It's a 7-point ball game as another shot put up by Bailey can't get to fall. And a foul on Bailey with 3 seconds to go. And the Trojans of Cedar Catholic are going to walk out of here with a victory.
Yeah, a hard-fought victory. Not a terribly pretty game for Cedar Catholic, but you'll take it. I mean, much rather win an ugly game than lose a pretty game any day of the week, but certainly some things to work on, and I would say the number one thing is just ball handling and not turning the basketball over. They really allowed Guardian Angels back in this game with the turnovers. Guardian Angels did a nice job making that run, just not going to come up a little bit short.
So that will do it. The 3 at the buzzer does not fall. 60-51 is your final score. Hartington Cedar Catholic takes home the victory over Guardian Angels Central Catholic, and they will pick up the 8th straight win in this series as they take home the victory. Both teams will split the doubleheader. Lou will catch up with Coach Hasselhorst and our player of the game next on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us, supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
At Faith Regional Physician Services, our specialists come from all over the world to provide world-class care. They are drawn to Faith Regional because of the ability to live and practice in an advanced medical community coupled with the small-town values that you also value and cherish. We understand that building a relationship with your provider is important. You can feel confident when choosing a Faith Regional physician that you are choosing more than just a provider. You are choosing someone you see in your community that you can trust knows you and your family and is committed to your health and wellness. From family medicine to specialized surgical care, our team of over 125 specialists and surgeons are dedicated to providing you with exemplary care. Serving over 20 communities across Nebraska, finding a provider close to you is easy to do. Faith Regional Physician Services. Care provided by your friends, family, and neighbors is the Faith difference.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Working in a bank, I understand interest. I mean, farmers are putting out a lot of money to put this crop in the ground, and the quicker that we can get that money back in their pocket to shut down those interest payments, the better. The money that we've invested in our drone technology has allowed our producers to be paid more accurately, more timely when the adjusters come. A lot of the work's already done for them, so it's basically them just talking it over with the farmer, making sure everybody's on the same page and the check's in the mail.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Central Valley Ag, working with farmers and growing agriculture together. And by Security Bank, my kind of bank, with locations in Laurel, Hardington, Osmond, Coleridge, and Allen.
Elijah Mosher back here with you guys from Hardington, where we saw Hardington Cedar Catholic take home a 60-51 victory over Guardian Angels Central Catholic in our second game of the day. And that was a really close game where the Blue Jays fought right back. Let's see how it all happened with our top plays from tonight's ball game. Guardian Angels Central Catholic traveling to Hardington to take on the Trojans of Cedar Catholic. And what was an excellent ball game all around. And the Blue Jays made it quite close on the number 4 Trojans. Starting off, here's Noah Becker coming away with 2 early points. And then later on, here is Connor Kralik. Kralik, turnaround jumper, hits it. It's a 1-point ball game. And it keeps it really close. But here's Caddo. Caddo falling as he hits the shot late second quarter. The Trojans would lead by 9 at the half. Now here comes the Blue Jays. They check in the ball. Here's Kralik. He lets up a 3, hits it. It cut the lead down to 11. Later on, third quarter, Kralik moves the ball to Schwer. Schwer found a nice hot spot there, and he hit that one. Now here we go. Still later on, third quarter, there's Taney coming away with a steal all the way to the other end. Hits the layup as well. And it'd be a 13-point ball game after 3. Late fourth quarter, there's Haas with a big 3 to cut that lead down. But nothing could stop the Trojans, as there's Nolan Becker hitting one final shot. And the Trojans would take down the Blue Jays 60-51 in Game 2 for the 8th straight win over the Blue Jays. Now let's send it down to Lou Seifker, who's with Coach Hazelhorse and our player of the game.
Thanks, Elijah. Hardington Cedar Catholic, the boys get the win here today, 60-51 over Guardian Angels Central Catholic. I'm joined now by Nick Hazelhorse, head coach of the Trojans. And, boy, Coach, we were just talking off air. This was one of those that you guys build an 18-point lead, and then next thing you look up, and it's kind of a ball game. Some turnover problems. What's your takeaway, overall takeaway of your team's performance here tonight?
I thought we made some steps forward as far as defensive intensity and trying, just dictating tempo. Turnovers were a big problem. The first quarter, I think we had 9, which you can play a whole game with under 9 turnovers, So here again in the fourth quarter, just closing out the game, we forced the ball when we didn't need to. And, we just got to learn. We got to learn from past experiences and stop stubbing our toe and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a team, you take over a team. Well, first of all, you're a new head coach here with Cedar Catholic, and then this program lost 7 seniors, so a lot of new. Yet you're 9-4. Do you feel like things are on the right track right now?
Well, it's been so hard with the blizzards and stuff, coming off the break. I mean, it's like our 3rd break, so it feels like the season's starting again. We've prepared for opponents, and then it doesn't happen. There's no momentum at the moment, but we have to create it. That's no excuse. Every team in this area is the same, so we just got to stay positive and get back and have some good practices. We got a tough opponent on Tuesday with Ponca, who's undefeated. So, our team's tough, but we can achieve more. We can dial in and have more success, and it's just details,
Well, sometimes the toughest opponent is Mother Nature. It's tough when you can't have those, the continuity of games. But one thing I thought your team did tonight that you did well was when they did make some charges. You always found plays. You always found ways to extend that lead or at least keep the lead. And sometimes it was 3-point shots. Is that something you guys kind of look at as maybe a strength of your team is some 3-point shooting?
I wish it were the strength of our team. We need more 3-point shooting, so. Tonight we got some to go. We want to play inside out. We want to hammer the paint and score inside out. Hopefully we can keep shooting them and making them.
Well, I was impressed with it. We're going to be talking to our player of the game, Alex Keene, a guy that I thought his motor, he just never stops. He goes 100% all the time. Had some big blocks and some rebounds and some points that were badly needed. Talk about his performance.
Yeah, Alex brings energy. He brings athleticism. He can jump out the gym. You know, he's very raw. He was injured last year. He didn't get to play, so, you know, we feel fortunate to have him this season. He's changed our team for sure. We wouldn't be the same team without him on the floor, you know. So we're happy to have him, and he's a game changer.
It's got to be nice for you to have Coach Stefan on the bench with you, a guy with obviously that has a lot of experience with this program.
Absolutely. I mean, Coach Stefan's great. You know, I love that guy. I love Coach Keene. You know, it's probably unheard of, right, to step down and stay on staff as assistant. You know, as an assistant coach, and I just think those guys are team first guys. You know, they love the program. They've done a great job with it over the years, you know, year in, year out. They're at state, you know, so we're a big happy family. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and I'm happy that they're, you know, lending their knowledge and services to the program still.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, hey, congratulations. It was a tough one, but you got the victory. You're 9-4. Good luck the rest of the way.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, that's head coach Nick Hazelhorst. Let's get Alex Keene in here. Alex is over there. Were you getting an NBA contract? Is that what you were doing over there?
No.
Okay. 13 points, 9 rebounds. That's a heck of a ball game. One thing I talked with Coach about was just the way you play. It seems like you're always going 100%. Talk about your mindset and how you're able to keep playing that hard all the time.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of basketball, is having the passion and the drive to just keep fighting even when you are tired. It's the discipline we always talk about in practice, having discipline and wanting to go get it and reach our goals where we want to be, especially as a team.
You certainly, the 13 points were big, but I thought you were really big on things like rebounding and certainly some block shots on the defensive end. Is that kind of, you think, the strength of your game is the ability to make plays kind of everywhere?
Yeah, definitely. It's great to be an all-around player, and we always try to practice getting rebounds, make sure we box out, all this tough stuff that people don't always notice and stuff that isn't always noticed on the stat sheet.
I got to ask you about the free throw. You had one that went off the back of the rim that stuck there and went through, and then you airballed one.
Yeah.
You had such a good game. I got to give you a little grief on that. But you made some free throws late. You know, talk about the process of just forgetting about maybe a shot like that and then stepping up big when your team needs you.
Yeah, just the past few games even, I've been kind of struggling with my free throws, and I'm not sure. It must be my mentality, so I've just been trying to work on that and forget about it and move on is basically the main thing.
Well, Coach talked about the fact that you didn't play last year. That team made state. Now, you're a senior. You're one of the leaders of this team. Tell me about how you lead this team, and then how important is it for you guys to maybe make another run at the state tournament?
I think it's very important for us to make a run at the state tournament. That's one of our goals that I was talking about. And to be a leader is mainly just comes from other things like activities at school and just being friends with these guys my whole life. I'm comfortable with being able to get on them or tell them good job or take the blame or anything.
Well, Alex, you did a great job tonight. 13 points, 9 rebounds, about 100 blocks, I think. You did a great job. Congratulations on the win and being our player of the game.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's senior Alex Keene. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Lou. In our first game, it was GACC picking up the 52-33 victory over Hartington Cedar Catholic. But in our second game, it was Hartington Cedar Catholic moving on to 9-4 with a 60-51 victory over Guardian Angels, Central Catholic, and the Blue Jays. Now we're going to send you over to Grand Island, where GICC is hosting Adams Central in doubleheader. The girls just finished with the Crusaders defeating the Patriots 50-39, and it was a top 10 matchup over there. The boys are just about to get started, if not already started. Michael Shively's on the call over there. So for our fabulous crew today, led by Connor Luby, and for Lou Siefker, I've been Elijah Mosher. Thank you guys for joining us today from Hartington. Have a good night. Let's send you over to Grand Island.